I just need to get a sound check from her. Oh, perfect. Look at that. Yeah, that's pretty neat. Good. Hang on to that.
I didn't know that.
Definitely.
Yeah. I want to get a level from you. I want to get a quick bit of you and the music. So. Okay, ready?
Yeah, that's good.
All right, you want to just try to sing a little bit?
Oh, in here?
Yeah, nice.
Okay.
Any best?
When you try your best, but you don't succeed. The good.
That's good.
No.
All right.
With moderate to severe ulcerative colitis or Crohn's disease, your plans can change at any time. Your head.
First, also.
We'll see it for
No guarantees.
So, there's no castle right now, right? Battery's good. And your phone gonna go off? All right.
Dad.
How much did you have to donate to the school? We'll take that. That means we can then, renovate our building.
Hey, Maddie. You guys want me to say a picture of Hey, Maddie. Okay.
Miss Molly.
Oh, I didn't realize you put that.
Got the hardware on. You guys will have to send me your picture to commemorate the occasion. Mr. Perkins and hopefully will make an announcement to have them all take pictures to send to me so I can remember them by.
So did you see?
I didn't look at the last one.
Oh, so here's the thing. I got the information basically she said, yeah, no, once you switch to the new W4, it takes out the statutes. Which means you did take out the extra number. So she sent you with a worksheet that you can figure out. So I thought you have to take out the $200. I mean, it used to be so crazy. And man, I did it manually from that. So I just added a little, I got the number for the check and then I replaced it with the number plus 100. Yeah,
You know, the way that it's worked. I'd rather not have to have something like that.
I don't use it.
Dollars or something, but you don't want to be doing that every year.
I make it from my
Yeah, she.
to do that. Just go online and set it up. That's what I do. I just go online to their online website and I set it up at the beginning of the year to take out the money automatically and it just does it. But in addition, I also have additional money to take back on the old revenue. So I don't know if I changed it.
It's just going to be on an angle. Just know that it's going to be.
I'll change it from 100 to 200.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sun that out. I was hoping the sun was going to stay that way.
No, I have them.
Oh, you
I
want me to?
have them in weird denominations. I have them in weird denominations.
Probably get one for each of us from here.
But they're not at 183 anymore because I had, it'll be fine, you can combine
But I mean,
them.
what I say, you should give us one, July or August. So I'd rather have it at a time.
But you know what the denominations are. Yeah. The only thing that I have to sell now we're like required resolution. It sucks. It really sucks because which means that we get, I'm going to put in more estimated. They don't take it. Yeah, but I don't make that much. And I won't do it, okay, nobody can take my job. Nobody wants to take my
You
job.
still have no place for Kathy? What happened to the woman you showcased over
Yeah, they want like a bazillion dollars. Not enough. Yeah.
Morning, Nikki. You guys have to take pictures of yourself and send them to me. I saw you had some group photos, so make sure you
We have a shared album.
Oh, excellent. So you can forward that to me. You're the man. You're the man. Put me on the list. Thank you, Nikki. Dylan, Zena, good to see you. I'm just sticking in the shade here. But I'll make an exception for you guys.
Like, yes.
Hello, family, friends, and faculty. Welcome to the Class of 2025 Moving Up ceremony. First, I'd like to thank you all for coming out here during these difficult times on this beautiful day to see my classmates and I finish a chapter in our life. I think it's safe to say this year has not been the easiest because of COVID, but we did it. This faithful occasion proves we successfully made it through not only this trying year of online school, but our entire middle school experience. It amazes me that we're going to high school this September when it feels like we just walked through the middle school corridors. Now that we are here, I can't wait to celebrate among my peers who are with me every step of my journey here at the Hudson School. So once again, I'd like to thank you all for coming, and I hope you enjoy your time here with us. Now, I'd like to introduce Arushi, who will reminisce about our years as a class together.
Hello, everyone. In case you still haven't guessed by now, I'm Arushi, the Psy. I feel extremely honored to be given this opportunity to talk to you all about the past few years and how it has led us to this very moment. A moment where I must remind all my friends that you're grown up now, so you better start acting like it. It is wonderful to see you all dressed up and looking so dapper in your outfits, all prepared for this momentous occasion. And what better way to do this moving up ceremony than in a parking lot, am I right? Okay, let's just forget about that. Either way, whether we are in an auditorium or this parking lot, it is still such a delight to see you all today. I remember the first day of 6th grade, the year which I was to join the Hudson family. It had been a very long time since I had changed schools, and I didn't know how I would survive in this completely different environment. Even though I was worried, my mom was worried, I gathered the courage to come to this new world. I entered the classroom expecting to see a bunch of students busy making noise and loads of conversations just to enter a classroom to see 20 quiet students sitting all around in a semicircle. I thought to myself, this is a joke, right? That's it? Only 20? I had never seen a smaller class in my life. But it comforted me knowing that with 21 students, nothing could possibly go wrong. Well, let me tell you what, I was completely wrong. When they say middle school is different, they really mean it. We created mischief and trouble or did something weird almost every day, and no one questioned it. Besides our craziness, we really did so much during that one year. We went to the farm, where we would sometimes wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning, go to night hikes, and then get lost, and play flashlight tag. We had our Celtic Waters play, which after the multiple obstacles we faced throughout the rehearsals, and even on the day of the performance, it couldn't have been any better. Sixth grade was one very eventful year for us all, and through all its ups and downs, has become one of my favorite grades ever. Then came seventh grade, and things began to change. Though we were able to get more friends into our class, school became harder. And though that became a really big part of our seventh grade year, we found different ways to make memories. Just at the start of the year, we went to Peak, where we would sometimes go on some very tiresome hikes, play tons of games, and pull some pranks. After a great start to the year, we found ourselves in March, when things couldn't have been going any better. This thing you might just remember, I think it was like a virus. What's it called? COVID-19. Yeah, it completely changed our lives. Everything shut down in the matter of just a few days, and all the things that had been going so well were ripped to pieces. As the weeks passed, school also became such a dread. We had, though I believe that we all collectively agreed that we had to learn to live through it. We had to learn to live on because life goes on. As our seventh grade year went by with a feeling of helplessness, eighth grade seemed brighter. Now that we were allowed to go hybrid after we couldn't meet each other for several months, we could finally have a somewhat normal year. Though our faces were all covered and we always had to stay 6 feet apart, we found different ways to enjoy our last year together. We started to realize how valuable these interactions were as we were nearing the end of our middle school journey. Days passed, then weeks, and then months, and now we're here, getting ready to move on to the next big step in our lives. It has been some of the best few years of my life, and I honestly couldn't have had such an amazing experience without all of you here with me today. There are many people I'd like to thank. First are the parents. Thank you so much for letting your child spend their middle school years at the Hudson School. If it weren't for your decision, I wouldn't have been able to meet these wonderful people that I'm so happy to call my friends. Next are the teachers. From day one, all the teachers have welcomed us into the school with open arms and taught us many lessons that will come in handy as we move on. However, the one thing I want to thank you all the most for is your positive attitude. The past 2 years have been difficult for us all, but it must have been on another level of difficulty for the teachers. They would always bring such a positive environment to every class or online meet and ask us how we had been and discuss our troubles with us. I also cannot forget Mr. Perkins, who has led the school through these tough times and taught us the real meaning of courage, compassion, and commitment, to which I say thank you. All your efforts have now paid off, teachers, as from your hard work, we students can expect a brighter future for ourselves. Can we all collectively give them a round of applause? And finally, to my friends, we did it! We're finished with middle school! Though today is a day to celebrate, I do feel a little sad as well. After all the breaks and lunches at the parks, and the hellos and goodbyes at the front of the school, it's all coming to an end. We're all splitting ways to start another path of our journey. I wish nothing but the best for every single one of you. You all are the best people I've ever met and truly deserve everything good that may come your way. And though this may seem cheesy, I really do love you all, and I'm grateful for every moment I have shared with you. To wrap up these memories, I would describe our middle school years as a beautiful song. Though there were some high notes and some low, they all came together to create this long-lasting melody. Thank you, everyone, and until we meet again, let's continue to love ourselves, stay healthy, stay safe, and be happy.
I need your coat.
Oh.
If you think
And now I will be singing a song for everyone. The song that I chose to sing today is Fix You by Coldplay. I hope this song gives you a lot of comfort when you listen to it, especially my friends. As you go through high school and you meet challenges and you feel down, I hope you can remember this song and I hope it brings you comfort. So yeah, enjoy.
thicker and fuller hair is unattainable? Think again. For over 25 years, millions of
When you try your best but you don't succeed. When you get what you want but not what you need. When you feel so tired but you can't sleep. Stuck in reverse. When the tears come streaming down your face. 'Cause you lose something you can't replace. When you love someone but it goes to waste. Could it be worse? Lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you. High up above or down below. When you're too in love to let it go. But if you never try, you'll never know just what you're worth. Lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you. Tears stream down your face when you lose something you cannot replace. Tears stream down your face, and tears stream down your face. I promise you I will learn from my mistakes. Tears stream down your face, and lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you. Thank you, and now I would like to introduce Eva Candeli.
Throughout our time in middle school, whether you came in 5th, 6th, or 7th grade, we can all collectively agree that there is one teacher who taught us the most in every aspect of life. We learned about how geography and history shape the world we live in. Each day, we learn from the mistakes and successes of the past leaders so that we could all gain the confidence to be leaders as well. He taught us life lessons that we can carry on into our high school and college careers. While doing his assignments, we learned how to observe the world around us and how to be educated on current events. We all left his class feeling so much more mature and intelligent. We all grew as people. He truly cared about us, took the time to know us as individuals, and even gave us nicknames so everyone felt included. He pushed us all to be the best versions of ourselves, even when things got hard. His class was unforgettable, captivating, and there was never a dull moment. We couldn't think of a more suitable person to represent the class of 2025. It is my pleasure to present the one and only Mr. Gould.
Thank you, Eva, for those wonderful remarks. You're very kind. Proud parents and other family members, Mr. Perkinson, esteemed middle school colleagues, and of course, the graduating class of 2021. I'm grateful for the opportunity to participate in this annual rite of passage. Today, we celebrate the next step of your academic journey into high school. And now for the sobering news, graduates. Your academic career is now only half over. So don't get too comfortable. Someone, when dedicating our first national military cemetery in November 1863, said that the world will very little note nor long remember what we say here. He was clearly wrong in that modest assessment. I'm afraid that will not be the case with me, however. Nonetheless, I will do my very best to be worthy of the trust you have placed in me this morning. At the outset, you'll be happy to know that speaking to all of you today allows me to now check something off my bucket list that Arushi has already stolen my thunder. Giving a commencement address in a parking lot. Check. And if Joe Biden could celebrate his election victory in a parking lot in Delaware, then I think we are in good company. Being in this unconventional setting, however, certainly puts an exclamation point on the changes COVID has wrought for all of us over the past 15 months. But we have remained Hudson strong throughout and have adapted remarkably well. The entire Hudson School community is to be commended for its dedication and resilience during these often trying and uncertain times. Before I proceed any further, I also need to be very clear that this parking lot is a like-free zone. When the students were like in my class and we were studying like maps and longitude and latitude, they were really great. They were like really great. I have done my best to rid the students of this common speech pattern that now often permeates nearly every sentence in our society. And while not quite ready to strike colors, I must admit that this remains a work in progress. Occasionally, however, stronger measures had to be taken.
N-O, no. No means no.
Exactly. The students were actually quite smitten with this idea of a like-free zone in my classroom. And perhaps they saw me growing weary of holding this sheet of paper up all the time, which was like always, that they decided to make me a like-free zone t-shirt for my birthday. Well, my birthday happens to fall on March 18th. And last year, we all went remote on March 17th. So the t-shirt idea never came to fruition. The saga does not end there, however. At the start of this school year in September 2020, Arjun took charge and said he would take care of the t-shirt. 9 months later, Arjun, we're still waiting. You could inspire other Hudson generations of students, Arjun, with that t-shirt. Now, as parents, you don't say which of your children may perhaps be your favorite. Teachers are also wise enough to know that they should likewise refrain from publicly saying which class was their best or their favorite. Now, after 22 years at Hudson, and with retirement looming in the not too distant future, I reckon, I can unequivocally state that the graduating class of 2021 was one of my absolute favorite 7th grade geography classes. There is no doubt that we had a truly special and palpable bond. They were often goofy and unfocused at times, but they wouldn't have been 7th graders if they had been otherwise. We had a blast each day, although that may not have always been the case for you or your parents when you had to study for your 6 map quizzes or worked on your big map project of Asia. But starting with the rapid fire challenge each day, occasionally ending with a game of 20 questions, and even requiring the services of Mr. Dellett to act as the ultimate arbitrator in between to determine if a country or capital had been spelled correctly to earn a globe, this class did not choose the path of least resistance as we charted our geographic course around the world. This is now my 4th time I have been given the honor to address an 8th grade graduating class as they assemble for the last time together here at Hudson. This invitation, however, means a great deal to me, and I will tell you why. From 1999 to 2017, I taught 7th grade geography as well as 8th grade American history. Having the students 2 years in a row allowed me to really get to know them as both students and individuals. Starting in September 2017, Mr. Perkinson moved me up to teach 9th grade modern global history, where I remain today. After that transition, I quickly noticed that the new 8th graders didn't really pay as much attention to me since I no longer saw them in class on a daily basis. Out of sight, out of mind, I reckoned. Moreover, they no longer had to worry about getting a grade from me or request that precious commodity known as a high school recommendation. That was not the case with this class, however. As a result of being their teacher for only 1 year and not really having much personal interaction with them this past year, I was deeply touched and utterly surprised to be chosen as your guest speaker. Their handwritten invitation, which they all signed, was very sweet. Who wrote the invitation, by the way, with the beautiful calligraphy? Oh, thank you. Beautiful. I will miss all of you dearly and rejoice that many have chosen to stay with us at Hudson. It is at this point in any commencement address, after the introductory preliminaries have been dispensed with, that an overarching theme needs to be woven into the fabric. This can take the form of being comedic, saying something witty about each of the graduates before us today, or some bits of sage advice to send them off as a token of our abiding affection. I have chosen, therefore, to speak about independence. Coming from an American history teacher, you might think this will have a historical bent, but this is about your independence and my own as well when I was your age. Back in March, I celebrated, under pandemic restrictions, my 60th birthday. Upon reaching the start of your 7th decade, it slowly dawns on you, while grudgingly trying to deny it, that more of your life now lies in your rear view mirror than lies on the open road still beckoning you forward. And as a result, I also began to contemplate what may have contributed to any modest success I have hitherto enjoyed over these past 70 years. And it dawned on me fairly quickly that a major contributing factor in this process was the high degree of independence bestowed upon me and my brother and sister by my parents. I can hardly imagine that this newly minted married couple, with their first child in tow in the early 1960s, willfully crafted this child-rearing policy of independence to which they faithfully adhered. It seemed to happen organically, without a master plan. Now, while my parents were always supportive and encouraging, in the end, they gave us wide latitude to make our own choices and decisions, both big and small, and good or bad. In today's world, this laissez-faire approach may sound like the lunatics were running the asylum. I can assure you that many of my independent choices were doozies that did not always redound to my benefit. But my parents patiently watched the pageant proceed so we could learn and take ownership of our actions. Looking back, some things we did might now occasion a visit from Dyfus. For example, when I was only 5 years old, I lived and went to kindergarten in Brick Township down at the Jersey Shore. And there, in those days of blissful ignorance, my neighbor and classmate Keith and I would play for hours in the pine barrens next to our houses, totally alone and unsupervised. My mother clearly knew where I was, but gave me the freedom to explore my world. And it is this glorious amount of trust and freedom that is the greatest gift that they could have possibly given me in my journey of self-discovery. Education, as Bronson Alcott said in 1835, consists of leading the mind by its own light to the perception of truth. I am fortunate in that both of my parents are still alive, with my father at 86 and my mother 83. I have made it a point to tell them, while they are still alive, rather than wait for the eulogy, how grateful I am for such a precious gift. For the past 20 years, they have lived up near Cooperstown, New York. I went to visit them 2 weeks ago for the first time in 10 months. I told them they were the central theme of my address today, and I thanked them again. Now, I did say this was also about your independence. Over the course of my 22 years at Hudson, I have seen an increasing number of helicopter and snowplow parents, with the concomitant result that students are far more risk averse nowadays, not daring to make the slightest mistake. I know the times are different, but it saddens me that most children no longer enjoy the same unfettered opportunities that help to shape and strengthen my own belief in myself. I think we'll have to wait for the truck to go by. I would thus encourage you, the graduates of 2021, to strike out more on your own. Possibly even turn off your phone on occasion and go explore your own version of the Pinelands. Above all, however, do not be afraid to fail. Failure will often be your most trusted teacher, even if its lessons are momentarily more painful. Just like when little Keith threw a rusty knife we had gleefully discovered in the woods, and which later found its mark in my forehead, right above my eye. And I still have the scar to prove it. If you are constantly shielded from failure, graduates, you can never truly know success. Thomas Edison probably made over 10,000 mistakes during his inventing career. We do not remember or dwell on these missteps, and he would certainly regard them as important, nay, necessary steps. the secret sauce toward his ultimate success. So trust your better instincts and do not be afraid to leave the protective nests you currently inhabit with your parents, your school, your circle of friends. You will stumble, you will fall, and you will scuff your knee. But these are all vital components on the bumpy path of life. An East African proverb sagaciously tells us that smooth seas do not make skillful sailors. Moreover, you do not have to be perfect to be a success. Just be yourself, and success will find you. My own record in 10th grade geometry class will certainly attest to that. In conclusion, I must say that I am always uplifted by the words of Henry Adams that a teacher affects eternity. He or she can never tell where their influence stops. The knowledge and wisdom that all of your teachers here at Hudson have shared with you will continue to impact eternity through you. We know you will now take and use this priceless gift to inspire others and enable you to chart your own independent course. Thank you very much, and we wish you continued success in all your endeavors. No like.
Thank you, Mr. Gould. Walking down here, good morning, almost afternoon. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jack Coggins. I was the 6th grade math teacher for this lovely group of young adults. Walking down to school today, I was reflecting on the nearly 4 decades that I've been coming to this happening here. And I was somewhat humbled by the fact that the first group of students for whom I gathered in celebration are nearing 50 right now and could likely be grandparents. And I somewhat glibly, when I reflected upon that, came here and said, I've seen it all. There's nothing new about this. And then I got here and I ran into a couple of the graduates who I hadn't seen for a very long time because of our pandemic. They'd both grown a foot. Their voices had dropped 7 octaves. And I realized then, and even more so when I started to tear up when Arushi was singing, that never get so arrogant to think that you've got life figured out. You just don't, ever. Something about this crazy lunatic dynamic that we've all been ensconced within the last year. I think in some very real way, it has, at least for me personally, it's made me a little bit more pseudo-duplicitous, if you will. I've learned how to sort of hide in plain sight. I know that some of my students virtually appeared that way. They knew how to get in front of that screen and look perky. But then if I just tried to chip away a little bit, I realized that the distance between us was very real. And I'm sure they felt that about me as well at times. We've come through a remarkable time that these young adults will only realize as decades go by. So please keep that in mind. Part of this pseudo-duplicitousness, if you will, we are going to exercise upon you right now. In the last month or so, we have contacted your parents, and we've asked them at this gathering, the first one we've had for a very, very long time, that they craft or compose a short passage of love, encouragement, support, whatever they wanted to say to you. And so as we recognize each of the graduates this morning, we're going to ask that you stand. And then once I have everyone's attention, I'm going to read those messages It may make you feel uncomfortable, but please listen to me. Please listen to me. You only get one of these moments. It's easy to run away from truth. And as much as you want to, this is the time where you should immerse yourself in this now. It's the only one you have. And it might be hard to hear, but one day, fairly soon, you will be longing to get back here and longing to catch the eyes of people who were with you for the full tenure of your lifetime thus far and who will be continually. So, as I call your name, please stand. Sharanya Agarwal. Dear Sharanya, it's amazing how time flies. It seems like only yesterday that we first held you in our arms in the hospital. It has been one of the best experiences of our lives to watch you grow from an adorable and curious child into the young adult that is now entering high school. We have seen you work very hard and overcome many struggles and cherish your childhood dearly. We will always be there for you and look forward to your future adventures. It melts our heart to see you on that stage. We wanted you to know that nothing is impossible when talent meets hard work. We love you more than you can know and are very proud of you. Sincerely, your loving parents. Stav Amir. To our amazing Stavi. Today, as we celebrate your graduation from middle school, we can't help but contemplate how fast time has passed. When you joined the Hudson School in 6th grade, you were a child. Yet through the years, you've developed into a compassionate, kind, independent, and hardworking young lady. Without compromising your dedication to school assignments, gymnastics classes, mixed martial arts, basketball competitions, and Hebrew lessons, you've always found time for your family and friends and remained attentive to the feelings and the needs of others. When you put your mind to something, you are unstoppable, like a force of nature, and always end up getting that yes that you strive to receive. And so, as you take your next steps in high school, we are certain you will succeed. But the image of success, well, that we leave up to you. Now, your dreams are yours to shape and color. And although we may not always be able to follow, we cheer you on with every milestone. Just know, we couldn't be any prouder, your loving family. Edward Carrasco Perez. Today, more than ever, I am proud to have a son like you, enthusiastic, diligent, collaborative, obedient, and responsible. You are the greatest blessing that God has given me. May God always continue to bless you so that tomorrow you will be a good man. You are the best. I love you with all of my heart, my brave Edward. Alexander DeBellin. Alex, congratulations on graduating from 8th grade. You have worked hard, and we are proud of you. Love, Mom and Dad. Arushi Desai. Dear Arushi, it seems like just yesterday that you were this little girl coming home with paintings of unicorns and clouds, or beaming with pride as you finished your elementary school because you knew you had won your teachers' and your friends' hearts. Then, somewhere between dancing to MJ songs at your elementary school graduation to now crooning over BTS tracks, you grew up into such an amazing young lady. Today is yet another milestone of your life. We know you will continue to accomplish your dreams and goals that you've set for yourself as the years go by. Once you make up your mind to start a new task, you give it your best and you see it through to completion. Your analytical skills and your love for the performing arts are such a contrast that it still surprises us. Keep going, never stop. Best wishes from Mom and Dad on graduating middle school and being on your way to high school. We're very proud of you. Your grandparents as well. Send across loads of love and blessings. There may even be a surprise gift waiting for you at home. But remember, rules don't change. Still no TV in the daytime during summer holidays. Nikhil Amati. Dearest Nikhil, we are so proud of you and the person you are becoming. Thank you for always caring about others, being respectful, and most of all, being a team player. Over the years, you have had the privilege to be surrounded by strong people in the family and amazing teachers to learn from. And through this immersion, we have seen your confidence and compassion flourish. This past year, you have taken the time to learn many things which we honestly can say has helped our family as well as many others, some of which are cooking, sewing, spending time with elders. We are often asked to share you, or if they can have you. It truly is a testament that you are loved by many for being the incredibly sweet person that you are. We are truly blessed. Love, your family. Madeline French. Dear Maddie, congratulations on your graduation, one of the biggest days of your life so far. We are so very proud of you. Remember to always dance like no one is watching. Love, Mom and Dad. William Huntington. William, today we celebrate you and your personal achievements in a collective cheer. Hallelujah, you did it. You have so much to be proud of. And if you're feeling slightly embarrassed by what we might say as your doting parents, we'll make our kudos brief. First, we must commend you for your work ethic. Not just this year, but every year past. Your focus and dedication across all disciplines is reflected in your grades as well as the kind words of all of your teachers. Although we are all immensely proud of you, we know that your inner drive is what motivates you most of all. Despite the pandemic, you also lent a hand to volunteer with the art fundraiser. You planted flowers in our neighborhood park. You marched for justice. We are truly excited to watch your commitment to our community grow in the years to come. It has also been our greatest joy to see you and Eva support and care for each other as siblings and as friends. Whether you are experimenting with a new culinary recipe or planning our next big trip, your love of adventure is contagious. From skiing down the steepest of slopes to mountain biking through a lava field, you're always up for a challenge. Here's to you and the days ahead in your wild and precious life. The best is yet to come, and we will be right by your side, cheering you on. Love, your family. Lara Kandade. Our littlest Lara. Congratulations on your wonderfully spent time at the Hudson School. You have learned and you have grown to be a kind, happy, warm, and accepting soul. We are so proud of who you are and the person you're poised to become in months and years to come. Love you to the moon and back, Mama and Daddy. Eva Candeli. It seems as if your life has flashed before our eyes, from a bubbly baby to a striking young woman. We've learned so much from you in these 14 years, through all ranges of emotions, from tears to laughter. We often compare who you most resemble in character, but it's become quite clear that you are amazingly unique in your own individual ways. Being proud understates how we see you. We are in awe of you. There's no doubt in our minds that you will do amazing things in this world, carrying the kindness you've had in your heart ever since you were born. You will crush it. In the words of one of the greatest artists in your generation, you can't bribe the door on your way to the sky. Harry Styles. Be true and strong to yourself, and you will have no regrets. We love you now and forever, Mom, Dad, and Oliver. Eva Candeli. Dear Eva, we are glad to see you graduate from middle school, happy, healthy, and smarter. Look around and appreciate the environment that you have spent these 3 years in. It's a very special place. Reflect on what these wonderful teachers and your friends have meant to you. We hope these relationships last a long time. Looking forward to your next adventure at McNair. We hope you maintain your love for learning and look forward to every school day just like you did at the Hudson School. We are so proud of you. With love, your family. Aiden Lamb. Aiden, in the blink of an eye, you're graduating from 8th grade. We remember dropping you off for your first day of pre-K, where you wowed the teachers with your comprehensive knowledge of dinosaurs. We've watched your interests evolve over the years to include sports, music, video games, and even sneakers. While there have been bumps and bruises, losses, and lessons learned along the way, you've also celebrated successes, developed enduring friendships, you've worked hard, and you've had fun. We continue to watch in amazement as you grow into a thoughtful, funny, loyal, and principled individual. We could not be more proud of you. Congratulations, Aiden, on this very special day. Love, Mom and Dad. Elsa Lavandier. Dear Elsa, today you are graduating from middle school. What a journey since your first steps in pre-K. Your enthusiasm, eagerness to learn, your wit, and your big smile have been the highlights of our lives. This past year has been a considerable challenge for the school, the faculty, and the students. So many opportunities have been lost, but the Hudson School spirit prevailed. Courage, compassion, and commitment. That is exactly what you have shown, Elsa, and we are extremely proud of you. You demonstrated dedication throughout the year, adapting to the challenges of online learning, connecting with friends on a screen, recording songs for virtual concerts, never missing dance practice, 12 hours a week with a mask. You made the best of it. And now, on this brand new day, we congratulate you on your achievements and look forward to our next chapter together. Paris, here we come. Arjun Puri. Dear Arjun, congratulations on your graduation from the Hudson School. We are sure that you will miss your friends and teachers of the last 4 years terribly when you move. But with the strong foundation that Hudson has given you, we know you are ready for this next phase of your life, where you will further hone and build upon all you have learned in a place where others have seldom gone before. Your tenacity, your zest, and your compassion are a few things we are so proud of. Life will always be a series of ups and downs. It's how quickly you pick yourself up and get ready to face the challenges that will define you, and we know you have it in you. Congratulations again. We are super proud of your work here at Hudson and extremely proud of you putting in all the efforts of achieving admission to your dream high school. We can't wait to see what the future holds and watch you hone those passions, maximize your opportunities, and find your rightful place in this journey of life. We are rooting for you and believe in your ability to make the world a better place. You know you can always count on us to have your back whenever you need a boost or a step up, and you can always, always count on your brother to keep you on your toes and reaching for the stars. We love you so much, Mama, Papa, and Arhan. Hallie Stoffel. Dearest Hallie, on this momentous occasion, we are reminded of this quote by Walt Disney. Keep moving forward, opening new doors, and doing new things. Your curiosity will lead you down the path of success. Inside of you is all the power and empathy you need to make the world a better place for all of us. Go forth and conquer. We love you, Hallie Stoffel. Dear Tanwar, dear Dia, we didn't know where to start, so we thought, let's start from the beginning. We could not agree on a name for you, but the minute we saw you, we knew your name had to be Dia, which, as you know, means light. True to your name, you have been the light in our lives for the last 13 years. You make our world brighter, and when you smile, we smile. We are proud of the person you are becoming. Kind, patient, caring, funny, and just so sweet. Our hearts swell up with pride when we are referred to as Dia's parents. As you move forward in life, we wish you the very best. But as you move forward, always know that anytime you face an obstacle or feel scared, all you have to do is turn around. You will find us cheering you on and supporting you endlessly. We, along with your grandparents, aunts, uncles, and cousins, are your loudest cheerleaders and will always be, even if it embarrasses you at times. Embarrassing you now and then is kind of our job as a family. We were asked not to embarrass you today, so don't worry, your nicknames will remain in the vault. For now, we love you, Dia. We would also like to thank your past and current Hudson School teachers for taking our 10-year-old and magically turning her into a responsible global citizen. We are forever grateful as a family to the Hudson School and to the class of 2021. We have worked long and hard. Enjoy this time. Wishing all of you the very best in your future endeavors. Congratulations to the entire class. With love, Mom, Dad, and your fur brother, Teddy Bear Tanwar. Grace Dow. Dear Grace, I am sorry Daddy is absent from your 8th grade graduation. Daddy had to go back to China for urgent business, but he is very proud of you today. Your brother and I are attending your graduation, and we feel extremely happy. We are proud of your accomplishments at the Hudson School. At the beginning, in 2018, when we first came from China, you were a shy girl without many English-speaking skills. You tried your best to be involved in American life. We know the pressure of learning, and we'd love to support you. You met good teachers and students at the Hudson School who helped you in learning. When you joined the drama club, you were too shy to speak with anyone, but other teachers and students in the club supported you in getting involved, and finally you came to enjoy all of the activities offered. You also learned about many interesting causes, American history, geography, and government that you didn't learn in China. Today is your 8th grade graduation, and now you have immersed yourself in American life totally. We hope you will have a wonderful high school life the next 4 years. Congratulations. Love, Mom. Pop, Torre. To our dear son, Pop. Wow, time has flown. Congratulations on completing the 8th grade on a high note. We are so proud to see your immense growth throughout the years. As an independent thinker, you inspire a lot of people through your art, writing, gaming, and your authentic character. You've grown physically and mentally, but that kind spirit instilled within your character is something we believe will never change no matter where you are. In the fall, you will transition to a new environment, and we believe you will continue to excel in and outside the classroom. Congratulations on this new chapter that you will embark upon. It is an honor to call you our son. Continue to be great, Pop. We love you and are so proud of you. Mom, Dad, Sophie, and Kadim. Jeremy Warren. Jeremy, you have a probing intellect and an uncanny ability to grasp complex ideas and spot faulty reasoning. I don't think many other 8th graders are watching videos about moral philosophy and free will in their spare time. And the Hudson School nurtured those critical thinking skills, starting in 6th grade math when Mr. Coggins posed conundrums you'd puzzle over for a whole day, and continuing with classes like ethics and logic. And now, when you disagree with one of my rules, you don't just tell me I'm being unfair. You point out that I'm engaging in a logical fallacy. Thanks a lot, Mr. Pulowski. You are also a person of action, a doer, and recently that side of you found expression in cooking. One afternoon you came home talking about a dessert called Rose de Sable that Madame Tussauds had described. You were so inspired, you made it to bring to the next French class. And the school community not only enjoyed your food, they saw and honored your drive for culinary excellence. When Hudson Cooks debuted last spring, Holly asked you to lead the first session. It's been beautiful to watch both your mind and your maker mentality flourish. With love, your mom. Nate Warren. Nate, you operate in two worlds, and the Hudson School has nurtured both. Learn the names and configurations of 40 constellations in Ms. Baldwin's class? Check. Memorize all 195 countries of the world along with their capitals? No problem. There was literally no way you were going to leave 7th grade without earning Mr. Gould's coveted Mapmeister Award. But as you dove into your studies, embracing every new challenge, from polynomial equations to the Krebs cycle, you were also inhabiting a quirky mental universe all your own. You designed and knotted a friendship bracelet that depicted our cat, Fanta, with a level of detail worthy of medieval tapestry. You programmed a choose-your-own-adventure murder mystery computer game inspired by Sherlock Holmes. And you wrote a sci-fi story so compelling and twisted that it creeped out even Mr. Pulowski. Hudson is that special school that welcomed your intuition and playful spirit along with your academic drive. These teachers and experiences have helped shape the person you are and will be with you always. Love, Mom. Molly Weil. Good golly, Miss Molly. You of so many wonderful nicknames. Guacamole, tamale, mollusk. When you were a baby, you were so little we called you Molecule. You had a lot more hair back then, too. Well, that was a lifetime ago for you. It feels like only yesterday for us. And now here we are together, 14 years later, to celebrate a big day, your moving up day. You've made such good friends at the Hudson School. You've worked so hard, and you've had fun doing it. You and your classmates and teachers have proven yourselves to be so resilient. And just know this, the best is yet to come. Keep dreaming big and living hard. We love you. We are so proud of you. Congratulations, Molly, love, Mom, and Dad. I'm looking here. Quran, Hinton. Oh my goodness, this is an error of mine. I skipped right by it. Quran, my apologies. Dearest Quran, we love you so much. We know it has not been easy, but somehow you still made us proud. You are a kind, sweet, loving kid who means the world to us. We can't wait to see how you excel. Work hard, love hard, and live hard. Be kind to yourself and to others. We love you to infinity and beyond, Mommy and Dad. Did I miss anybody else? I would just like a quick, not with us today is Isaiah Wilkes. I would ask just if we could just, in his absence, just give him a quick hand. He wasn't able to come. And let's keep that hand going just for a little while longer. Will all of our graduates please just stand? This is the graduating 8th grade class of 2021. Thank you. And now I'd just like to introduce as one final representative of this class, apparently someone who directly after this ceremony, I'm going to be competing to possess. Nick Amati.
Okay, good morning. Thank you, Mr. Coggins. These last 2 years have been by far the most interesting 2 years of the Hudson School. Perhaps for me, perhaps even my life. We went from in-school learning 5 days a week to entirely online in just one weekend, and then hybrid learning the following year. Yet due to the strength of those who make up the Hudson School, the teachers, the student body, the administration, and with the support of our parents, we managed to learn throughout all these difficult changes. On behalf of the 8th grade graduating class, I would like to take the liberty of thanking the essential people revolving around our middle school life. I want to give thanks to our teachers. Thank you for sticking with us when the Wi-Fi went down and being there for us throughout our 4 years. Thank you for all the hard work you've put into us, even if we were a little crazy at times. I would also like to thank the Board of Trustees. I don't know if you're here, but thank you for the tools that you've given the teachers to provide us with the finest education possible. And last but not least, I would like to thank our parents. You all have guided us to be the best people we could be. You have shown us ways to be excellent and succeed in whatever we have chosen to pursue. For example, taking us to play basketball and believing in us when we lost every game. Yet we still had so much fun with each other. For me, the Hudson School started off a bit rocky, but then it got better. I think a pivotal moment in my 4 years at the Hudson School was my Spanish class. My Spanish teacher, Miss Dominguez, treated me with so much respect. She treated me like the other 8th graders in my class when it came down to learning, even though I started off as a 5th grader at the time. Thank you, Miss Dominguez. Thank you. Wow. To my classmates, we've had so much fun throughout the years, from participating in the Greek symposium to the plays, to the overnight trips, to doing the map puzzles with Mr. Gould, to making ridiculous songs for language arts with Mr. Pulowski. These have been the best 4 years we could have asked for. I hope you guys enjoyed them as much as I have. Thank you for the opportunity to allow me to open this new chapter in our lives. And finally, in commencement, I would like to read some words that a wise man once said. Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. Mahatma Gandhi. And now I've been given the honor to introduce the head of school at the Hudson School, Mr. Perkinson.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Paul Perkins, and I have the privilege to serve as head of school, as well as conduct experiments, which I'm about to do. I want to conduct a collective experiment. It will require everybody in this space to participate. I'm stealing the idea from Clan Huntington. When I say, can I get a hallelujah? I want you to say, hallelujah. And when you do that, if you're a parent, I want you to see your child. And if you're a grandparent, I want you to see your child's face in your grandchild. And if you're a teacher, I want you to see your student. Can I get an hallelujah? Hallelujah. Well done. Couple points. Arushi. One, thank you for that intro to the song. Mr. Gould and Mr. Coggins and I are all looking for thicker, richer hair. And the fact that you led the song with that, we appreciate that. Two, and I'm serious about this, not really, but this is a parking lot. But this is our parking lot. You made this parking lot sacred, 8th graders. You're the first 8th grade class to move on from this parking lot. 40 years from now, when you walk by this school, look into this parking lot, try not to cry, and say, I moved up. Right there. All right? Okay. Just a couple things. If you're a parent, would you please stand up? If you're a parent of an 8th grader who's moving on, thank you so much for entrusting your child, your precious, darling, brilliant, genius child to us. And on behalf of the entire faculty and staff, please accept our thanks. Can I get an hallelujah? Hallelujah. Yes! Please sit down. If you're a grandparent, could you please stand up? You did this. You're the source. 8th graders, I want you to remember something. You stand on the shoulders of people who came before you. You stand on the shoulders of parents, grandparents, and teachers who know that at a certain point, people are going to clamber on top of your shoulders. Remember this day. Grandparents, can I get an hallelujah? Hallelujah. Yes. Thank you. Another experiment. I want to find out who came the farthest. Just in the last 2 or 3 days. If you came from out of state, please stand up. If you came from out of state, please stand up. If you came from a state that is contiguous with New Jersey, please sit down. If you came from a state that is within 200 miles of New Jersey, please sit down. 300 miles, 400 miles, 500 miles, 600 miles, 700 miles. All right, here we go. Here we go. Can I get an hallelujah before we move on? 1,000 miles. You stay standing up. I know exactly the mileage. So if you came from Florida or farther, please sit down. Where did you come from? Arizona. All of you, thank you for taking the time to sit in the sun for an hour and a half and celebrate these 8th graders. A couple of just house cleaning. 1, 8th graders, in the next 30 minutes, please have a picture taken of yourself and send it to Mr. Gould, because he may at times act like a dragon. He may at times act like a bear, but he's a cuddly, romantic bear who wants a picture of you on the day you graduate, when he gave his first commencement speech in the most amazing parking lot in this time zone. So, number 1, 8th graders get a picture. You have Mr. Gould's email address. 2, the scallion has been published, and it's amazing. It will be available to you at the garden over there where Mr. McCormick is sitting. And please pick it up on your way out. Pick it up on your way out. Take 2. 2. And the last kind of housekeeping thing is that, and I know you know this, but 20 years from now, 30 years from now, you're not going to forget the fact that you went to school through COVID. I mean, it's going to be a story you tell, just like all of us adults told our kids that we walked 8 miles barefooted in snowstorms, right? Like I told my kids that. So, 8th graders, we celebrate you. We want to take a picture of you, though. And so when all of this is over, 8th graders, please gravitate to the clocks. And you see the clocks back there. And a number of teachers are going to help get you organized for a group picture. I will stand in front of them. When I move, parents, shoot away. Just take pictures, okay? But I just want to get everybody organized and make sure everybody's straight and set up. Lastly, if you're a Hudson School teacher, please stand up. Please stand up, Miss Roberts. Please stay standing. This has been an extraordinary year for lots of different reasons. But one reason why it was extraordinary was that each of us had the pleasure and honor of working with each other. Our work was essential. It was powerful. It was effective. And the young people who leave us today are in part the result of their incredibly professional, compassionate, courageous, and committed work. Can I get an hallelujah? Thank you. Please sit down. So we're going to wrap up. And by way of reminder, 8th graders, here's your path. Clocks. Teachers get you organized. I'll stand in front. We'll take the pictures. When I say you may leave, you may go over and pick up your scallion. Okay? We're now finished. Can I get an hallelujah? Yeah. Let's get the picture taken, 8th graders.